Hey there guys, this is John here, and as you can see, I've got a boat here with me today. Now, this old girl is actually going to be the focus of today's video. One thing you guys may not know about me is a hobby of mine is restoring old boats. I like finding old beaters like this, you know, whether it's in a farmer's field or something like that, picking them up, bringing them home, and breathing some new life into them. Kind of like a stray dog, I guess, you know, give it a new home. But anyway, that's what we're going to be doing with this. I picked this one up fairly recently, and thought that it would be kind of interesting to do a small series on the restoration and customization of this particular boat. So we'll be posting just a few videos as we make progress on this over the next few weeks. So those of you that are fishermen or you know, boaters may enjoy this little series, and if you don't, that's okay too. But anyway, like I said, we'll be doing a full restore on this and some customizations. We're not just going to restore this to its original state. We're going to kind of transform it a little bit, add some decking, some things like that. So yeah, don't get anything really solid on the drawing board yet, but anyway, let's take a look at what we've got to work with here and some of the tentative plans and issues that are going to need to be addressed on this boat. Alright, so what we've got here is a 14-foot aluminum V-hull Starcraft. And, well, actually, as you can see right here, right now she's a stay aft. So for you boaters out there, you may find that amusing. At least I did. But anyway, this is exactly how she came. And let me show you a little bit about what we've got to work with here and where we're going to be going. Okay, now as you can see, we've got some spare parts kind of scattered in here, and actually we didn't make out too bad on this. She's got a gas tank which may or may not be salvageable. Haven't opened that up yet. We actually got 2 deep cycles that came with this, so that was a pretty good bargain. We've got a good old Everstart here, but it also came with a really nice heavy-duty interstate, which is on the Charger right now, so definitely a bonus there. We've got an anchor, some assorted old oars, spare tire, which is great, and this old Minn Kota 3-horse trolling motor, which actually works like a champ. I've already tested that out, so it's a good bonus there. And then we've got a couple of old standard plastic seats, so not sure if we'll be utilizing those or not, but the bases are definitely in decent shape and salvageable. So that's pretty much what we've got to work with here as far as accessories, if you want to call them that. Now let's look at the structure a little bit and what we've got to work with here, which is the most important part when you're looking at doing restoration or customization on an older boat like this. You need something to work with. You need a foundation. Now, I have gotten myself into trouble before by picking up boats that were really not salvageable, and they either took a lot of money or a lot of work, and in some cases the project was just abandoned due to not having anything to work with. And that's not the case with this one. This one is actually very structurally sound. It is a riveted aluminum boat, and all the rivets are solid, all the seams are solid. Of course, I will be giving those a close inspection. The hull has virtually 0 dents in it, which is really rare for finding like this. So that's a pretty amazing right there. Won't be needing a lot of body work. What we will be doing, however, is stripping that paint and giving her a nice new look. So haven't got the color scheme figured out yet, but there definitely will be a new paint job going on there. So there's that. Let's go on to the back exterior real quick here, because we've got some issues back here. They have popped off the transom board, the transom support back here, and as you can see, she's laying here and has seen better days. So this will be getting replaced and remounted, and then before we do that, we'll probably go back here and finish up some of this grinding work that's been done, fill some of these holes, and just kind of fix that. This is actually the worst part of the boat as far as the hull goes. I'm not sure if you can see this or not, but it's a pretty good dent here, a little bit of a dent here, and then the hole for the drain plug. We're obviously gonna have to install a new setup there. But other than that, you know, like I said, we got something to work with here. So that's about the worst of it as far as I'm concerned. And talking about the transom, we have one of these corner brackets and we're missing the other one, so that's going to pose an issue. So what we're going to be doing is probably ditching this one and just fabricating 2 new ones after we get our fabricate our new transom board there. So we will be doing that. Moving on to the interior, I'm going to completely gut this thing out. Of course, we're going to need to clean it out first, but we will be gutting this out and removing these seats. I guess they're actually boards, but supposed to be seats, and installing a full deck from the bow of the boat approximately a third of the way up to where this seat is, and including some good storage space in there, as well as a live well along the full back, a good sized live well. We do a lot of catfishing, fishing for bigger fish, so we need a good sized live well. And you know, as far as accessory goes, we'll be obviously needing some lights, electronics, rod holders, all the little goodies that we'll be adding on here. Moving on to the back, what we'll be doing is probably just enclosing the back a little bit, giving us a compartment for our batteries on either side, our fuel tank, and as well as a place to sit. This will be a tiller driven boat. I'm not sure the motor we're going to be putting on this yet, probably something around a 20-25 horse, so that should make her get up and go. But anyway, moving on down to the trailer. The trailer is actually in decent shape. Now, a little bit of rust going on there, as you can see, but structurally it's in very, very good shape. The bunks are good, the rollers are good. There's no cracks in the welds. Everything is really solid on this, so definitely got a lot to work with here. We'll be replacing the lights. They actually do work, but as you can see on this one, the housing is broke, so you know, quick and cheap little fix there, so that's no big deal. Probably the majority of the work on this trailer is going to be the sanding, priming, and repainting of the trailer, which we will be doing. But like I said, we do got something to work with. And as you can see, we've actually got a little friend back here, so just enjoying relaxing under the boat. But the tires are actually almost brand new. They're pretty dirty, so you can't tell, but they're not weathered whatsoever. They're practically new. New rims, everything good to go there. We will definitely need to repack the bearings on that. Those things don't trust not knowing when they were last done, as well as the fact that they look pretty horrible. So moving up to the last and final part is the hitch. The hitch is probably the biggest project on the trailer here, aside from, you know, stripping the paint or stripping all that rust off and getting it repainted. Not really happy with the hitch. It's an older style hitch. Don't like the locking mechanism here, and she's just kind of beat up. So we'll be investing a few bucks to replace this. And along those lines, we will be replacing the entire support here. As you can see, we've got a really good crack and some, you know, it's pretty bent up. And now, of course, that can be fixed. Break out the old welder and we can get that into shape. But this trailer, I'm not sure really it'll work with the boat, and we're going to actually keep it, but it's not set up great for it. And so we're going to be replacing that entire arm to make it fit the boat just a little bit better and make it a little bit easier to trailer and definitely safer to tow. And other than that, there's not much more to it. Not quite sure if we're going to be replacing the hitch yet. We may be doing that. It's pretty easy. It's actually fairly sound, so we might just keep what we got, maybe replace the lock, and that should be about it. And along those lines, since we're up here, another little issue that we have here is the bracket that attaches on the bow here to keep the hitch, keep everything locked in, is obviously that's not good. It's a little bit separated, but that is an easy fix. All we've got to do is replace this. This board is actually completely deteriorated, so kind of see that. But anyway, we'll replace that, fabricate something there, rebolt that down, get it all nice and solid, and that will be that. So anyway, that's what we've got to work with, guys. Well, as you can see, we've got a lot of work to do to this old girl to get her back into shape. She's got a few issues that are definitely going to need to be addressed. So we will be doing the full restore on this along with the customizations that I mentioned. And we'll be doing that as we make progress over the next few weeks here. So if you're into following this project, watch for those videos. If you're not, you're going to want to skip them. So anyway, that's about all we've got for today, guys. And I just want to say thanks for watching as always. Thanks for your support, and we'll be seeing you guys soon.